Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Alongside Dor. And Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a loss to the Lakers. And it's the Mavericks to start out. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Pass to Collins. He can't get it to go. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Oladipo taking his time here. Antetokounmpo on the double team. There's the triple. And Victor Oladipo hits from deep.
Well, how about the ability to work off the basketball for a point guard? Victor Oladipo in the catch and shoot. Okay.
Giannis outside. Johnson in the corner. Back to Giannis. Bosh grabs the miss. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Collins grabs the miss. And here are the Mavericks now. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Giannis. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Good D by Brogdon.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard. Gives him an advantage in matchups. Lets him finish over smaller defenders as well. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Cunningham. Three-pointer. And another miss by Memphis. And great with Brogdon and his size. It allows for...
Oh! You got to be kidding.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact. And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Plays it up off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points in the game.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Oladipo. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, the strength of Victor Oladipo is on display there, effortlessly absorbing the contact. Nicely done.
Now Oladipo following the three-point attempt by Giannis. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Bosh. And it's Memphis with another.
And Bosh has a beautiful stroke from the mid-range. Once you give him room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
The drive by Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Over in the corner, Cunningham. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Champ.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Giannis drives in. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Pass to Cunningham. It's Crowder on the wing. Down low. Cunningham's shot is off. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Dallas. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another thing that's clear is that they're dialed in from mid-range, burying their jump shots here early on.
Here's Howard. The rebound by Mitchell.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Morris with the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Back to Oladipo. Good D by Brogdon.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
So Oladipo will bring it up for Memphis. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Reddish with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And such a nice move to make the basket work. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Giannis outside. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. And here's Bosch. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Reddish. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. Now Reddish, just 5 to shoot. Count that bucket. And it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Here's Brunson. Here's Howard. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Memphis called for the foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
To the inside. Haji. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the paint. Here's Najee. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
That's right. Counted with the foul, Dwight Howard. Go ahead, young sir.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Screen by Jones. A three from Morris. No good that time. He got it up. Not going to go that time. And so it's Memphis, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here is Cunningham. He's got 11. Now, here's Reddish. Outside Crowder. This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Crowder's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
You simply can't give this guy open looks. Jay Crowder is one of the best 3 and D players in the league.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Driving the lane. Memphis moving it around. Here's Oladipo. Good, it's Bosch picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 7.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Chris Bosch. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Reddish with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Bosch. Over to the left wing. Up pass to Bosch. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Jackson with the bounce pass. And it's sent back by Bosch. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Here's Cunningham. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got 14 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. From the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Collins. Rocked in right side. For the 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Memphis the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Driving inside. And Reddish with the slam.
And how about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse.
How pretty was that? Athletic basketball with a little bit of flair mixed in. And to Tacumbo. And he banks in the layup. Giannis has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Cunningham. The shot will not fall. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And here is Morris. 5 points in the game. And it's Mitchell missing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the long strides of Antetokounmpo. Once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping him.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Morris looking over the floor. From past the arc. No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Memphis out in front, leading by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Now a timeout called by Memphis. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Here's Giannis. And Jones sends it back. Pass to Brooks. And here is Morris. From deep. The three-pointer is right on target. Morris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Grizzlies. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Up top, Morris. Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Johnson.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Here's Giannis. And it's sent back by Bosch. Here's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, there is an athleticism and a vertical that you've got to contend with Victor Oladipo.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Driving in. Back to Collins. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fires from 14. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now Reddish. To the right side. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. And now a 12-point Grizzly lead. And the Mavericks with possession. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And he gets it to go. Giannis has got 34 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Pass to Oladipo. From deep. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Now here's Giannis. And now they decide to foul intentionally. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Both shots good from the stripe. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. The kick out to Bosch. Pass to Cunningham. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Bosch, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so they foul intentionally. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA, in basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Reddish. Here he goes. Tries from 10, and it's good. 2 points.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Memphis. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. The second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
And keeping the defense honest, every team in our league practically begs Giannis to take that shot.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Well, we've seen Giannis add to his game over the years, and a consistent pull-up jumper might make him unguardable.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Dallas with the ball. Here's Giannis. Yes!
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Pass to Conley. A 3. Laces one from 3.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
I'm in there going on. First you gotta pay for